In a small village in Malawi, when the sun goes down, darkness takes over. No streetlights, no electricity, only the quiet glow of kerosene lamps and the sound of wind moving through dry trees. For many people, darkness was normal, but for one boy, darkness became a problem he refused to accept. His name was William Kamkwamba. William was born into a poor farming family. His parents worked hard on their land, hoping that one day their son would have a better life than they did. They believed in education, and William loved school. He was curious, he asked questions. He wanted to understand how things worked, but life had other plans. When William was still a teenager, a terrible drought struck Malawi. The rain stopped falling, the land dried up, crops failed, food became scarce, hunger entered homes. William's family struggled just to survive, and soon they could no longer afford school fees. One day, William was sent home. Just like that, his education ended. Imagine being a young boy, watching your classmates continue their journey while yours is cut short, not because you failed, but because you were poor. William felt ashamed. He felt broken. He felt forgotten. But something inside him refused to die. Even though he was no longer in school, William still wanted to learn. Not far from his village was a small, dusty library. It wasn't big, it wasn't modern, but to William, it was a treasure. He spent hours there, turning old pages, studying pictures, learning from diagrams. He didn't understand every word, but he understood enough. One day, William found a book about energy. Inside were pictures of windmills, machines that turned wind into electricity. William stared at those pages for a long time. Then a simple thought crossed his mind. If wind can create electricity, and wind blows freely here, why can't I build one? He shared his idea. People laughed. They said he was dreaming too big. They said he was wasting his time. Some even called him crazy. After all, he was just a poor village boy who had dropped out of school. But William did not listen. With no money and no teacher, William began searching through junkyards and trash piles. Old bicycle parts, scrap metal, broken wires, anything others had thrown away. Day after day, he experimented. He failed many times. Parts broke, ideas didn't work. There were moments when he wanted to quit, but each failure taught him something new. Slowly, piece by piece, something began to rise. A homemade windmill built entirely from scraps. Villagers watched from a distance. Some mocked him, some shook their heads, but William kept going. Then came the moment that changed everything. One evening, the wind began to blow. The blades started to turn. William connected the wires, and suddenly, light filled the room. For the first time in his family's history, they had electricity. People were shocked. Children screamed with excitement. Adults stood in silence. The impossible had happened. The boy they laughed at had done what no one thought was possible. William didn't stop there. He improved his windmill. He powered radios. He charged mobile phones. He pumped water for farming. Food returned to the table. Hope returned to the village. The same people who once mocked him now came to learn from him. Soon, word of William's invention spread. Journalists came. Organizations listened. A boy who once dropped out of school was now speaking to the world. William returned to education. He traveled abroad. He became a symbol of innovation and resilience. But more than fame, William's greatest achievement was lighting up his village and proving one powerful truth. Your background does not determine your future. William Kamkwamba did not wait for permission. He did not wait for perfect conditions. He used what he had, and he changed his world. If a boy with no money, no electricity, and no formal education could light up his village, what could you do if you refused to give up? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about this story in the comment.